Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello from wherever you're coming from and whatever time it is. My name is Renza Shabilia. I'm here from Team dedoc, and I'm absolutely delighted that I get to host our doc talk tonight, this morning, whatever time it is. I will say it is 4 a.m. here in Melbourne, so I probably will be saying tonight, but I do understand that for most people it is not that time. Thank you so much to everybody joining us. This is going to be an absolutely fabulous event. It is all about diabetes data and connected devices, but in particular, how they affect the quality of life of people living with diabetes, because diabetes is about far more than numbers, it's far more than data, it's far more than devices as well. A very big thank you to our sponsors, to Lily for helping us make this event possible. We have got an absolutely stellar lineup of speakers that you are going to hear. Now, this isn't all about you sitting there though and not participating. We find that these events are best when they're interactive. And if you know anything that we do at dedoc, it is all about the community, nothing about us without us. So we want to hear from you throughout it. Please do ask questions, add comments, and we will bring those in to the conversation. And we're going to start off in just a moment with some questions that we're going to be asking you, because we want to get a sense of who is watching. There's a bit of icebreakers just to get things going before we bring on our first speaker. Before I do that, I do just want to quickly mention I am in Melbourne. We've had some absolutely magical electric storms recently, so I might be a little bit glitchy, but I am here. And if anything happens, we've got some contingency plans, but I will just let you know that so that you don't think that I've rushed off to go back to bed given the early hour. Okay, so let's get going. We're going to start with some questions. This isn't going to be hard. This is going to be a little bit of fun, actually. So let's start. Where is everybody? Where are you all? So as I said, I'm in Melbourne, which beautiful Wurundjeri land here in Australia. But we're really keen to know where people are. We know that with all of our dedoc events, we have people from all over the place and our voices coming in from everywhere. Special hello to our dedoc voices. Now, what you need to do for this, you need to go to menti.com and then you need to add in the code, which is 6113 1031. You can see that at the top of the slide there. Hello from Switzerland, from Denmark. Oh, I feel like I'm doing Eurovision. This is really exciting. Where else have we got people? People coming in from the Netherlands. Absolutely fabulous. I'm not expecting to see too many people coming in from Australia. Seriously, I am sending you a gold star if you are. We've got some people coming in from Germany. I know that we've got speakers here who are from the US, so we really are everywhere. Some from France, wonderful. So keep adding those just so that we can see where people. Hello, we've got some people coming from Pakistan, Berlin, Italy, and Spain. Okay, so once again, we get to see that dedoc and the activities that we do, they are truly coming, involving people all over the world. I think that's one of the most incredible things about our little community here, is it truly is very much global. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, good. Let's, as much as I would like to sit here and do a bit of a travel show, because that would be awesome as well, let's move on and ask our next question, please. Okay. So which connected devices do you currently use to manage your diabetes? There are some choices there. Just curious to know, what is it that people are using? And I know that there are obviously lots of different choices, and sometimes they're not choices. We very much do recognise that as well. But if you're comfortable sharing information about that, please do, so that we can see. And what we're going to be hearing today is we're going to be hearing from people who are using, I guess, a variety of different devices. And as ever, what we're going to learn is that there is not one size that fits all when it comes to diabetes. Sometimes that is about choice, but obviously there are other factors as well. So if you've just joined, if you go to menti.com and then use the code 61131031, you can join our Menti conversation, which is just our little icebreaker at the beginning of this event. Okay, let's jump on to the next question, please. It's really interesting to see what people are saying there, but now we're interested to know which connected devices would you use if access and cost wasn't an issue? Because obviously that certainly is. Now, for some people, it will be exactly what it is that you're using now. I know that I'm really thrilled with what I am using, but for other people, it might be, actually, there are some things I would really like to use, but I simply can't. So as we see, we've got once again choices. Gosh, our open source community is as ever well represented. Um, and we have people using all different things, standalone CGM or Flash, Pen and CGM. We know that there are so many choices that people make, but as I said, we also know that choice is not always necessarily the deciding factor for people. Okay, let's move on to our last question, which is an open box, and you can actually contribute more than one answer here. How do you currently use your diabetes data? Is it just for you? Do you share it with people? Is it a conversation starter with your healthcare team? Is it a conversation starter with friends with diabetes? Do you post it on Twitter? Guilty. What is it that you do to actually get your data out there? Share with your boyfriend. Yep. I know that so many people do use it as, for that extra security, I guess. They share it with a loved one. Parents of kids are seeing their children's data, which is so reassuring to spot trends and change things. Yep, mostly for me to make adjustments. The data is so powerful if we know how to use it and we're using it for the way that works for us. And I'm really thrilled that we're going to be hearing about that today, about just exactly how it is that we can use data for good and to help us. So to assess insulin sensitivity, just with my healthcare professionals when I have an appointment, just for me. I'm a bit of a just for me as well, except for when I share things on Twitter. And I always love to see the variety of responses. I never wrote things down and don't like most apps. Yeah, fantastic. All right, let's just keep these coming in just for a moment. As I said, you can certainly add more for the doc on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, I know. Always a good thing. Review trends. Okay. Oh gosh, I think that I sort of feel like we could have a 10-minute conversation about these, and we kind of will be actually, because we will have a panel discussion at the end with our speakers and with questions and comments that are coming in from people watching. Now, what you will see with our platform here is that you might see your comment or your question or your comment come across the bottom of the screen. We absolutely love having these sessions as interactive. I think that that's a really great way to bring the community in. So please feel free. I can see that there already are some comments, so thank you very much. Okay, well, my doctor doesn't really care for digital. Oh, that's an interesting point. We are going to have some conversations about how we use data with healthcare professionals. All right. Okay. I try to see it just as it is, data, not judgment. I think that's really fascinating and fabulous. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. As I said, we could probably keep doing this, but I know that there is so much discussion to have.